Well, hello, friends. I am Tara,
And I'm Carrie.
and we are the Mom Wife Workaholics. Just here to shoot the shit about random mom, wife, and work stuff.
Right.
I mean,
You got to do them all, apparently. Whew.
yeah. God, and all of them in one day.
I know.
It's a little much,
It's I got 3 full-time jobs. They're
right?
tough.
And then your job on top of it. You're like, why?
Right.
Or no, wait, your job is part of the
Well,
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mom shaming and judgment. Why do we do it? Tackling the culture of judgment. There are a lot of judgy assholes in the world.
right. And it's tough because I think some of it is your own personal insecurities. So
Right.
like you may feel like you're failing at one thing, so then you maybe
Judge somebody else that's failing at it.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like to
Ish.
somehow make you feel better? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think because again, so I'll take the bullet. My house isn't overly clean.
Oh.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not. But and to me, it sometimes it makes me feel better when I'm around somebody else who has the same issue. But I also know that there are points where you're like, you know what I mean? Where you're like, well, at least I'm not you know what I mean? At least I'm not as bad as
Right.
this person, all right? Which I think is justifying or somehow in your brain trying to make you feel better for some of your shortcomings.
Right. No, if I don't want to feel bad about my house, I just watch Hoarders.
I know. Right. I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
This
I'm like,
shit's
well,
a
there's no
mess.
dead cat under my couch. I feel better.
There's no mouse feces
Yeah,
all over everything. We're good. We're good.
We're
You know
good.
what?
You know
Our
what?
house is lived in. It is fine.
It's a little messy, but we're moving through it. It's fine. I agree.
Before we went live, I could see that I kicked you in the gut a little bit because I told you you're a judgy bitch.
I know. It made me feel bad.
But sometimes you are.
I can be, especially when it comes to, I will say probably like when it comes to your kids in that way of like, are you focusing on them enough? Are you,
Right.
because again, I think that's me and my shortcomings because I always feel like I'm not enough. You know what I mean?
I know you feel that. Yeah.
So I think, yes, for those parents who are completely okay with their kids wearing dirty clothes or, I definitely judge Diem for still having her wedding hair.
Oh, yeah. God,
And I
yeah.
was like, why? Why have you not washed your hair and combed it and brushed it? And you know what I mean? But that's because I find that like anxiety for myself. Like,
As a mom, why have I not made her? Because I'm tired of the fight.
right. And
You know?
I understand that too,
Right.
where you're like, I don't want to argue with her, or even just like, we're having a good day. Do I want to ruin it by
Hey, bro.
nitpicking on something that,
Right.
in the scheme of things, in the big picture, how big of a problem is this?
The way I see it, bugs aren't circling her.
Yeah. You can still
I-
stand to be in the same room as her.
I can still be in the same room. I can't clean out her hair and fry some fries.
Right.
So we're okay.
Right.
We're
No.
okay.
And I'm even judgy towards my kids. Today, Ashlyn was ready to go into work. And I was like, you need to brush your hair, change. And she's 16. She's aware of,
Right.
but it was me. It wasn't her. And she was perfectly fine. But my own insecurities and my judginess, I was like, no, you need to brush your hair. You need to get ready. And it was to a fast food place. It wasn't like she was going to, someplace spectacular.
Some upscale steakhouse.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, I totally just lost my thought.
Squirrel.
Oh my God, seriously, I can't with myself. So uh, I will judge somebody's bad parenting. I ain't judging the mom in Walmart whose kid is losing their shit.
No.
Been there, done that, got the
Right.
t-shirt.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
wanted to
I
cry.
usually am want to go tell them like, good job.
I do.
Yeah.
You can't want it, you need to.
Yeah, I see, again, that's where I don't.
That's where you're not me.
Yeah, yeah, because so often when your kid is freaking out and you're having, like, the worst moment of your life, you get judgy looks and you're like,
Absolutely.
"What am I supposed to do?
Right.
What is the magical sauce to this?" Because I
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be like, "It's okay. You're fine."
You're good. You got this, mama.
Yeah, yeah,
I absolutely would.
yeah, and I mean, I don't, and just know that I'm silently giving you good vibes because there or if a kid's freaking out because they didn't get that toy, "I wanted the Legos," and you're like, "Okay, but mom's holding her ground. Good for you.
Good job, mom.
Good
Hold your
job. You're
ground.
doing your thing."
Yes.
You know what I find that that's not, I don't judge that either
Right.
because kids are hard
But that's your homework. You need to make it a point.
to approach random people.
Yes. Because
Uh,
because put yourself in that mom spot.
and I have, and when my kids were little, and again, I had a cluster of them. I used to feel so good about it, so I probably should. When people would say, "Oh, your kids are well behaved," or "Oh, good job," or
Right.
even just the little things. Like I remember, and I'll probably never forget it. We were at Perkins one time with our children, and they were little, and they were fine. They weren't perfect. They were perfectly fine children. They did the things. They ate their food,
Right.
they sat reasonably still, and they didn't lose their minds.
Right.
Acceptable amount of whatever. And I had a lady walk up to me and go, "You're doing so well. Look at your kids."
Right.
And I went, "Oh,
And then
thank
you
you."
cried.
Yeah, as I'm crying right now because I cry a lot. Because I at that moment, and to be completely honest, I probably felt like a failure because my kid didn't eat their green beans, or,
Right.
he spilt milk, or whatever it was that for me was a big deal, but for everyone else in that restaurant, they just saw that my kids were semi well behaved.
Not chucking muffins across the
Yeah,
restaurant.
they weren't
Yeah.
hitting me or doing anything
Right.
crazy, and she just, and I think the fact that they were so close together that I did have a cluster
Right.
where she was like, "Bravo to you, because these hooligans could be running amok."
Exactly. Yes.
And would that be my fault per se? Because
Right.
again, there are hard children to raise, and though that's not your fault. You didn't
Right.
do anything to make them that way.
Right.
Because
Right.
I know people who have, children who are autistic, where it's not any, if they're freaking out, there's not anything that you can do to lessen that,
No.
because they don't, it's not their fault. You know what I mean? There's
They're
nothing.
emotionally deregulated at the moment.
Yes, and you can't yell at them because it's only gonna make it
Right.
worse.
And you're gonna look crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's only so much that you can, contain the outside stimulation that's probably causing them to be high, on their high end, and maybe a little bit more, um, agitated. You have to get your groceries.
Right.
Do you want me to feed my children, or do you want me to take the screaming child out? Because there are 2 things I have to do. I have to deal with this, but I also need to make sure I have food at home. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've walked away with a full load of groceries, which, I'm sorry, Walmart employees.
Right. I mean, who has it? Who has it?
Right. Right. Like, I have, and I feel bad, but there were times where I'm like, "It doesn't matter what your behavior is right now. I need to get formula and diapers and milk.
Yeah.
We cannot leave the store without these items.
Right.
So while I check out, screaming or not, we're doing this."
Right. So DM did that to me one time. And I feel like she's the only one of my 4 that I remember ever losing their shit at the store like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, she is bawling. She's 1.
Yeah.
Screaming through the whole store. I don't know what her beef was.
Yeah. They're just upset.
And
They're
she's
just
just
upset.
pissed.
Yeah.
And I'm bebopping through the store, you know?
Mhm.
Just trying not to cry.
Yeah, because
Just
you already feel emotionally drained.
and this is ridiculous.
Yeah. And
And
what am I supposed to do?
people are giving me the look, so then I wanna be like, "Come at me, bro."
Right. Yeah.
And I
You're like,
wasn't.
not today.
Not today. I might not be beating my child, but that don't mean I won't beat you. Um, so I'm like, I can't. I'm just bebopping through the
Yeah.
store.
I'm just going to
We're at the
ignore it.
checkouts. She's still losing her shit. I'm like, damn, you're being ridiculous. I don't think this guy in front of us likes your behavior. You're really disturbing people. Like,
Mhm.
I'm just
Yeah.
calm, cool, and clear, which is surprising because we know I'm not a patient person
Not always calm.
ever. Then go ahead and judge me if you want. I don't care. We get out to the car and I went live on Facebook.
Of course you did.
She's in the back seat still losing her shit.
Yes.
At, at this point, she has chucked her hat across the car
Yeah.
and then she's pissed off because she doesn't want her hat on.
Right.
I'm like, you don't got your hat on. So what are you bitching about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I literally sat there at the camera and I'm just like,
This is what I'm dealing with, everyone.
that she's just back here losing her shit. And I kid you not, I got done off the live, everybody's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, whatever. Oh, thank you, blah." I get off the live, I put the car in reverse.
Fine.
I wasn't halfway out of that fucking parking spot and she was asleep.
She was just so tired. She was just so tired.
Now, what I'm picking up on from the things you're saying is you're more likely to judge yourself.
Yeah, probably.
Why?
Because again, and we've had this conversation many a times, I always feel or see myself as not.
Enough, not good enough, not substantial enough.
Yeah, I
It's
have
the
to.
fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, and I get it. I'm not saying it's right.
It is
I'm
not.
just I'm just saying that like my shortcomings become my like
Insecurities and personal
yes.
battles.
Yes,
You
yeah.
need to flip the script on your head.
Right. I'm not saying that that's not true. And that's the thing is even though I may internally, you know, at the end of the day, I know that mom is struggling. I know that husband, boyfriend, Walmart employee, whoever it is, gas station attendant, someone who is mean to you, or is having, a
Right.
chaotic day, I know realistically it's not me.
Right.
I'm not.
Okay.
And so I try my best to give them grace, even though, for me, I may in the back of my head be like,
Where are
whatever.
you giving yourself grace? No, right, right? See,
I mean, that's funny.
I mean, again, we are built different, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
we know this, but your kids are good kids.
They are.
My dog is an asshole.
She's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, your kids are good kids.
They are.
They're not hungry. They got a roof over their head.
Right.
They're not disrespectful little assholes.
They,
They are good kids.
yeah.
Quit fucking judging yourself.
I know. And it's so funny because I do so we had talked about this today with my oldest daughter when our oldest boys so they would have been 15 and 10. They went to a church sponsored paint class.
Okay.
Okay. I was supposed to go with them, but one of our littles got sick and I sent them, just the two of them, alone at 15 and 10 to go to a church paint night.
Okay.
I asked the lady who was running it, like, is this okay? And she said, no, your boys are great. Yeah, they can come. Normally I would say no. Zane is only 10. But I know they'll be fine. And I dropped them off because I have a sick kid in the car. And I picked them up and I was like, how was it? And I still have those. Logan took his. I still have Zane's in my office. And I just thought about that. And I was like, he was 10 years old and went to a church ladies paint night and painted a quite beautiful snowman. And it's still in my office. And I just think about that and I'm like, those were such good boys. you
Right.
know,
Right.
to be respectful and kind and not make a mess and participate in. And they both came home with very nice
Right.
snowmen. They didn't make a joke of it. They didn't make, and I just
They
thought,
weren't pissing around.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, they did it and they did it well. And they signed their paintings and they came home and they were proud of them. And I just thought, huh, I didn't do half bad.
No.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And I just chuckle because, and I have to give their birth mothers and their biological, they did great. We as a community did great with them. And they turned out to be great kids. And I love it. And I'm sure my girls will, I mean, they're still teenagers. We'll see.
I mean, they're gonna be assholes for the next couple of years, but they're good kids.
But they're good kids. At the end of the day, they are. They're good kids. And I probably need to give myself a little more grace when it comes to that because I tend to judge myself on any shortcomings that may come along. You know what I mean? Like if my kids
'Cause
have a bad day, I'm like, ugh, if it wasn't for me messing them up.
because you don't expect your kids to take accountability for their behaviors and their attitudes?
No, because they do. I always feel when you raise your children that somehow anything good that happens to them, they did. And anything bad that they do or say or behave is somehow back on me. Does that make sense? If they do something amazing, they did it because they are good, well-rounded, amazing young men and women. But if they do anything bad or negative, it's somehow comes around to, well, obviously it's my fault.
I get what you're saying, but I also
Right.
get that it's total bullshit.
But I mean, the the rational part of people will tell them, yeah, but the irrational part, that's where it spirals, and that's so much judgment on me. And I will tell you, I don't put it on my husband.
Why not? Why? Why would you?
I don't know. So
Oh my god. We
judgment.
need a
So
therapy session for
right.
you.
So super funny.
Flipping the script,
Right?
Lori.
I know, and I'm not sure that this falls into the category, but when our children were young, we had both of our youngest were hospitalized for bronchial spasms. Okay?
It happens.
Essentially, it's asthma without being asthma.
Right.
Both hospitalized for a week. With my older daughter, um, I was pregnant with my youngest son, and she was hospitalized. We were there for a week. It was quite dramatic. I'd never spent any time in
Oh
a
god, yeah.
hospital, and I was pregnant to add on to it. So it was a very big
Emotional.
deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I lived on Mountain Dew and cookies. Not great. One of the nurses didn't know I was pregnant, and then I said I was pregnant, and then she got real upset with me.
What? Weird.
But nevertheless, I was fine, and Derek is fine. That had happened. Well, then flash forward 9 months. Derek is, I don't know, 7 months old, 6, 7 months old, because I was very pregnant with Derek. I go in to get his 6-month shots, and she looks at me and says, "Yep, we're going to be hospitalizing him today."
Oh good god.
And it was just a checkup. It was just a checkup. He was just a little snotty. It was my 5th kid that what? What do you mean? And I break down and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What have I done to my children? Why does this keep happening to them? And what have I done? And bless my doctor's heart, she looks at me and goes, "Do you even live in the same place that you lived when Abigail had it?" And I said, "No, we moved." She goes, "So it's not your home?" Because I instantly thought, like, it's something I'm doing wrong inside my home, da 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 da. And she goes, "So it's not your home. You're in a completely different house." Okay. She goes, "Do you have asthma?" "No." "Does your husband?" I said, "Well, he did when he was a child." She goes, "Okay, take some of that blame off yourself and put it on him. It's genetic, honey. Let's move on."
Preach.
And as I'm sobbing with my 6-month-old in the car seat as she's saying, "You need to head to the hospital," I'm like, "Okay." And she goes, "So when you yell at him tonight," and I was like, "I'm not going to yell at him." She goes, but you can. It's okay.
Oh my God.
And and we get there, and of course I don't, blame my husband. It's again not a big deal. They were perfectly fine and everything turned out beautifully. They're well-rounded, good kids, and they don't have breathing problems and their
Right.
life is good. Um, but I just love it because I took that upon myself.
Of course you did.
I put that on me. Like I did something wrong. And she looked at me like I had two heads because
Because it's ridiculous. That's
what
why.
would I have done to give
Right. Right.
there
You don't have Munchausen. You ain't making your kids sick.
right. And she was like, You you clearly then they're different ages and they're different and it's wintertime. Like one was at the beginning of winter, one was at the end of winter.
Look at all the
Just like
factors. I
and
bet
the
it's you.
and RSV is a big thing with little kids, and she's like, this is 100% normal. Like
Yeah.
it happens. But I couldn't accept that it just happens. I really honest to goodness thought that I had done something wrong to give my kids
Right.
an asthmatic
Oh my God.
thing. And she was like, No, you're silly."
No, wasn't you?
And to add to this, my poor husband. So I take my 6-month-old son and head to the hospital. I called the daycare lady to let her know because I was going to be picking them up from my other children from daycare. I called her and said, "Hey, just so you know, this is what's happening. I'm so sorry. I'm heading straight. I'm not going to pick them up." And I called my husband's work. Mind you, the front desk lady knew nothing. Like, I didn't tell her anything.
Right.
And she said, "Oh, no, he's busy." And by this time, I had pulled into the hospital parking lot and was like, getting him ready to go and I never called him.
Oh, good Christ.
Thank
So he
goodness.
was yelling.
Thank goodness my daycare lady. So I never called him back. So he had no idea. He got off work and called my phone. I, of course, wasn't answering because I was getting admitted and
Yep.
all of that jazz. And so he was like, went home and no one was home. So he's like, well, maybe that doctor appointment took really long,
Right.
And so he went to the daycare lady's house and she was like, "How's Derek? Is Carrie okay?"
Oh, shit. And he's like, I don't know what you're
I
fucking
don't know
talking
what you're
about.
talking about.
I love it.
So mom failed there too. So then I felt bad and I cried a little bit about that. And I'm like, "Oh, so," and he, of course, was like, "It's fine. You were obviously," he's like, "but
Preoccupied.
next time when the front desk lady says I'm busy, tell her, go get him."
Yeah. Make
There
him unbusy right now.
Yeah. He's like, "This was a big deal. I should have been off work." And I was like, "I don't know. I was just so nervous and I didn't know what to do."
Oh my God. I thought this was going to be a session about let's counsel our listeners
Mhm.
on not judging and,
I
shaming other moms. But
I
I really think we need to flip the script and we need to have a conversation about you not judging yourself.
Well, but also I do because I also instantly think people are judging me, which is again a me thing. But I think so often, while we shouldn't judge other people, we assume people are judging us.
Hmm.
So, like, I think when it comes to that stuff, like, we need to give ourselves a little grace and give the next person next to us a little grace. Because while we may have one facet of our life put together, there's probably another one that isn't. And just because it's not the same, maybe just feel for that person because you don't know their personal battle.
Right, right. We all need to be more kind and humane to other people.
Right.
People need to stop judging. And I've said for years, other people's opinion of me is none of my business, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Secretly, do I care?
Yeah.
I do. But at the same time, judge me if you want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. It's so hard. It's so hard. And really, you think about it, and you're like, why? And somebody had said this, like, people don't think about you as much as they think you think about. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, as much as you
Like,
think. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
You're
Like,
not that important.
so yeah, in the scheme of the world, if you like, I'm one of those, like, if I say like the cashier says, "Have a nice day," and I say, you too. But the next time they say, drive safe, and I say, you too. Like,
They're used to it. We all do it.
But in my head, I'm like, ugh, they're going to
Idiot.
remember my face. I'm going to be that stupid person. And somebody
Even
was
though
like,
50 other people have already done
they
it.
clearly do not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're never going to remember you. It takes up more space in your brain than they would ever even give it a second thought.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
They're not sweating it.
They're not. They don't care. It's not a big deal. And
Right.
so I think about that stuff and I'm like, yeah. And I also think there is something to be said for judgment behind a screen.
Oh, keyboard warriors. Fuck them.
Right. So it's
No.
really easy to post something online and have someone have their opinions. And I get it if it's constructive. I think that there is always a way
Right.
to say, hey, if this is what you're going through, try this or try that. But you don't necessarily need to give negativity out into the world like that.
Right. There's enough negativity in the world. We
Right.
don't need to participate in that shit.
No. And it's so easy to write something on anything, on any digital.
Digitally, yeah. It's
Yeah.
easy to be a digital keyboard warrior.
Yes, and
people are
spew
fucking
hate.
rude.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's my judgments weigh whatever my own insecurities, but I could never put that kind of blatant hate out.
Right. Like, who even wants to put the effort into that
Right.
kind of hate?
I don't have that kind
Like,
of
how miserable of a fucking human being are you? Now I'm gonna judge you.
Yeah.
Because why?
Why are we wasting our good energy on bad behaviors?
Right.
Like it does not make sense to me to throw out that kind of judginess and that kind of like and if there are red flags or something where someone is truly in danger, yelling at them over the internet is not how to go about it.
No.
You know what I mean? Like if you see something that is truly putting a child at danger or truly putting anyone, a spouse, a friend, a human being, a dog, whatever it is, you putting out angry, negative judgment is never going to be the right move.
How about you do something to be helpful?
Right.
How about
Right.
you do something to understand the situation,
And
offer grace, and
yeah.
be helpful.
And be helpful.
Don't be
Because
a dick.
either they're doing it. So there are two options, especially when it comes to the internet. They're either doing it to stir up negative feelings so that they get the algorithm
Reaction.
to
Yep.
push out more stuff,
Yep.
or they genuinely don't know any different and they think it's fine.
Right.
They're really those are really your two options.
Yeah.
They either genuinely don't know that is not good for the person, the dog, the whatever, or they're purposely putting something out there to incite.
Get some controversy going.
Yeah. And
Because Lord knows there's not enough of that in the world.
right. Like, so it's just not necessary. You're either going to be helpful or you're just pushing what they want, which is more hate out into the world. It's just a weird thing. I don't get it. I'm not sure I understand the internet in that way.
The amount of energy that people put into being just a miserable ass human being, it's ridiculous.
Right.
Prime example. Not about being miserable. But this morning, I used to every day used to send out something inspirational.
Right.
And I've just really fallen off that cliff. But I did this morning.
Beautiful.
Posted on Snapchat or posted on Facebook and sent it on Snapchat. I got so many responses back. I really need to hear that today, Tara. And it was just something
Yeah.
simple like, you know what? Hey, whatever you're doing today, you're doing a good job. Give yourself
Yeah.
credit. And I got so many responses back. You have no idea how much I need that.
Right. Because people need positivity, not negativity.
It took 5 seconds for me to spread that positivity.
Right.
I
Yeah.
I could have just as easily spread hate,
Right. You
but I
could have put something
would've
nasty out on the internet. Yeah.
instead of improving people's days.
Yeah.
I mean, people straight up told me I needed that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, I guess I could have called somebody a whore or something. I don't know.
How
Like,
about we not do that?
right?
That seems bad.
Because what would have been the benefit of doing that?
Nothing. Nothing.
Here I sent one encouraging message to a lot of people,
Right.
and it improved their day.
Or you could have tore down.
Or
Yeah.
I could have taken that focus to one person and been like, "You're a gutter slut. Handle yourself."
Oh, God.
Hey, I could have said other things. I
I
didn't,
know.
so don't judge
But-
me. Give me some praise and give me credit for not being worse.
not being worse. I love it.
Because you know damn well
I know you got it. You got it.
I could have been a
You
lot
could have.
worse.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
But it
But yeah, I
put
mean,
the effort into just being a nice person.
right.
You don't have to
And
be
it
an
doesn't
asshole.
even take that much effort.
No.
It doesn't. And to be completely honest, let's say you're going through something and you don't have the effort to give. Get it. But then don't sway towards the negative.
Just 'cause
don't
you're miserable,
sway. Yeah,
don't work on making everybody else
let's
miserable.
try not to spread
Yeah.
that. Let's try to fix it for you, but don't
Right.
don't think. And I think some people think like if I can get it off me and onto someone else,
Right.
but
Which is
that's
stupid.
not how negativity works. You still keep it. You just gave it to someone else.
We're just spreading that shit. 'cause
Yeah,
it
yeah,
breeds.
you need to. Yeah, and it is. It's probably so. And this is a silly like retail thing, but it works in all aspects. I feel. If you have a good experience at a retail store, 1 in 20 will tell someone. They'll tell one person.
Right.
1 in 20 will tell one person they
Yep.
had a good experience because it's a good experience and you're not. It doesn't really matter.
If you have a bad experience, whoosh.
If you have one bad experience, they'll tell 10 people, 10
Yep.
people personally. So do you know how many good experiences you have to counteract that one bad experience? You have to have 100.
Yeah.
No, you have to have 200 good experiences to counteract one bad experience. And that is how the world works. Like for every good
Ridiculous.
interaction you have, that one bad interaction can ruin your entire day.
Yeah.
Breeds. It just goes
100%.
crazy.
It's stupid.
10 people can smile at you, but that one person gives you mean mugs you
Mhm.
and your whole day. And it's
Shot.
and do you know how many more people are going to have to smile at you to undo
The misery
the
that one
mean mugging person?
one
And
miserable
all
son
it
of a
is
bitch.
it's just simple. It's just a simple it's crazy, but it is
Just be
so
nice.
it is so wild. I mean, and I think about like those again, retail, those bad interactions. So when that retail worker has a bad interaction with you, it's probably because her previous 3 interactions with a customer were telling her how bad she is at her job, how dumb
Right.
she is,
Yeah.
and so now she's finally internalized it so much that she's mad at you, even though you had nothing to do with it and you weren't.
Right.
And I just feel so heartbroken for anybody who has that, where it breeds inside of you. And then,
So bad.
so as far as judgment goes, try to give not only yourself, but the person next to you, because you don't really know
Right.
what they dealt with earlier that
Yeah.
day.
You have no idea what people are going through.
Right.
No
right.
idea.
And you don't know, like as a parent, even your kids, like I have to work on that too, is giving my kids grace, because sometimes I don't know what they went through at school that day. So maybe them not talking to me isn't necessarily a me issue. You know what
Right.
I mean? I do need to, and if you have kids, some kids are talkers and some aren't.
Right.
And it's
Right.
hard because some internalize it and then you need to get them to talk,
Right.
which is also really hard.
Right.
And I don't have the magic sauce for it because I have not figured it out.
No shit. Honey, I've been at it for 27 years. I haven't figured it out yet.
Right, right.
Let me know when you do.
Right. If you have any insight, and I always think too, like every kid's different. So there's no I don't think there's a blanket statement for every kid who's,
Oh, definitely not.
it's rough out there. So give yourself grace, give your kids grace, give the Walmart cashier some grace.
There is a blanket statement for kids. Expect the unexpected. 'Cause
Right?
it's
They're
all
gonna throw
fucking
you
unexpected.
Yeah, they're gonna throw you a curveball. It is absolutely gonna happen, and what works for one will not work for the next one.
No, God, no.
It
No,
can't.
they
And if
won't.
it does,
What the fuck?
wow,
Yeah.
impressive. Because
Lucky.
I've yet to have something that was universally used for each of my children.
Right.
What works with one does not work with another.
No.
And that doesn't work with the next one. I keep trying, and I keep messing it up. I used to tell Logan all the time, by the time I get to Derek, I'm gonna have this figured out. He's gonna be great.
Right.
I don't got it figured out.
You don't got it figured out.
No.
Not worth a shit.
No.
Because they're all different.
They're all different. Their reactions are different. Sometimes my reaction is different. Even if my reaction was the same, that kid is still different.
Right.
Their reaction, it's rough.
So we need, I really work on, and I say it all the time, women need to stop being fucking mean to each other.
Right.
There's enough hate in the world. Us women, we need to look out for each other. We need to pull up for each other.
Right.
And you know me, right? I get me a little tequila in me.
Oh, yeah, she's all sorts of friendly.
And I am preaching safety and love each other. And don't be a dick. The world's full of dicks.
I know.
Like, I catch myself doing that all the time when I'm drinking. It's great.
I feel like you do it when you're not drinking.
I do, but
it's just on speed.
yeah, it's a next level when I'm drinking. But I constantly try to promote, like, just lift each other up.
Right.
Don't be a dick.
And there's always something positive you can focus on.
And
even if you don't agree with them,
yes.
There's always something positive that you can look at and go, I may not agree with this, that, and the next thing. Those aren't things I'm going to talk about. But you know what I am going to do? I am going to agree with. It can be literally, I like your shoes, or,
right.
Oh, you did a good job with that, or there's got to be something. There's got to be something that you can see in that person that you can compliment, cultivate, encourage.
Yes.
Praise.
Uplift.
Yes.
Something. Yes. And you've seen me do it, I don't know how many times.
Mm-hmm.
Or I just walk up to some
random person.
You're looking really beautiful today.
I know. Or, oh, aren't you adorable? And then you'll just start
BFFing with
them.
Whatever. I feel like you're judging.
I know I can't. Again, it's probably my downfalls. I know I can't do it. So I'm like, why is she? What's wrong with her?
She's crazy like that. God forbid I see a beautiful woman when I'm drunk.
But
whole ass thing.
So for me, it's not that I'm not judging you because I think it's a bad thing that you're doing it. I'm always like, it's always like, what? Why? Why is she? What is happening? And it's not in a how dare she kind of way, but in like a, how is she doing? Like, what? How is that? How is this happening?
She just does it.
And I don't just do that.
God.
And it's just it's a foreign concept. But I will say I'm a big smile back at people. Right. I don't necessarily want to have a conversation or approach you in any way, shape, or form.
Get the fuck away from me. Yeah.
I do love a good smile.
Right.
I am all about I see you and I'm going to give you a smile. So that woman who's, her kid's freaking out in the cart, and I'll smile at her and just kind of, I get you. It's cool.
You got it.
It is what it is, and we're just gonna keep on keeping on.
Jeff got mad at me when we went to Florida. We're hanging for the, airport transportation, and this poor mom, she's by herself, and she's got 4 kids running them fucking
hard.
up.
Yeah,
it's 11:00 at night. You can tell mama is suffering.
Yes, miserable day.
Yeah. And I looked at her, as of course we're standing there for half an hour, and I do this as our transport van pulls up. I'm like, Mama, you got this.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You're
doing the best you can do with the situation.
She's like,
yeah.
Oh my God, it's been such a long day. And I'm like,
right.
Yeah, and I see you're by yourself. That sucks.
Yeah.
You got this.
You got this. You're doing good.
And Jeff's like, shut up and get in the fucking van. I was like, what?
You're like, I'm spreading joy. You leave me alone.
This mama needs to know.
I know.
And I am here to tell her.
Yeah. And again, I I've been on that side. I don't know if I've necessarily approached, but I've been on the receiving end of that, and it does. It makes you feel like,
Right.
"Ugh, I'm not so alone.
Right.
I'm not doing a horrible job at everything," because at that point, you probably feel that way.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, when your kids
Yep.
are, oh, all the things they do, you know what I mean?
And
And
breathing.
it's not even that they're being naughty, it's just kids are kids, and
Right.
there's only so much you can expect from them.
And tolerate.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's
No, I get it.
only so much they can handle. Their little brains are growing, and they've only got so much space in there to contain their feelings.
Right. Absolutely. They gotta lose their shit from time to time.
Yeah.
They gotta learn how to process and
Right.
regulate and whatever.
Yeah, all the things that, and I like with the DM thing. So you're like, "I don't know what her problem was. I don't know what her problem was." Her problem was she was tired.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, her
Right.
problem was she was tired, and she, at that point, didn't have any way to verbalize that, even though she probably could talk at that time. She couldn't get thought to mouth,
Right.
so it was screaming.
How come I don't get to behave that way when I get tired?
Well, because 'cause you're not one.
I'd be spending every fucking day, all day, just screaming.
Just screaming. I mean I mean,
Yeah.
you could do it. I mean, try it. Give it a whirl, see how it goes.
Breathe that negativity. It'll be great. It's a real
I'm
party.
sure I'm sure everyone will leave you alone at home by yourself a lot.
Always. I don't
You
go
and the
that far
dogs
to
can
work, like, people be like, "Tara, you're a little spicier than usual."
You're just screaming at people, crying,
Knock it out.
flailing around on the floor.
Oh my god. Pour
Uh,
your own fucking drink.
I
Ugh,
can't wait. Do
yeah.
it one day. Just one.
Beach bar season's back.
Yeah, so you're exhausted.
I'm tired, but I'm loving it.
Yeah.
The tired is may kick my ass. That's where the tired is, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yes.
get back in the
Groove of things?
groove of things. I'm loving it because I'm that chick.
Right.
The seasonals come back
Yeah.
and they come in, they're like, "Tara, bring it in. We're hugging
Right.
it out." I'm like,
Yeah.
"How the fuck you doing? What up, loser? Do shake a day so I can call you a loser." Like,
And
I love it.
that so even though you're tired, that fills your cup. That
Yeah.
fills your, you know what I mean? It gives you energy. You breed energy through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally thrive in this environment. Like,
Yeah.
in fact, we're doing custom beach bar apparel order, and my friend Kim and her daughter, they want a shirt, and I was joking with them and said, "I'm gonna tell them to put Tara's my favorite on their back." They're like, "Absolutely,
Oh, funny.
absolutely, tell them to put that on there." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" "Yes." And then the daughter's like, "Yeah, I want one too. I'll wear it. I'll rock the hell out of that." And I'm like, "Okay."
You should just put Team Tara on the back.
Team Tara, you fucking know it. Like, we're built different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That is great. That's, again, and I think about, like, that, what is generates your energy and what fills, because you, even just talking about it, you lit up. You were like, "Oh, look
oh,
at
my
this."
friends. I should be at work tonight, but I'm not. Maybe
yeah.
I'll go say hi.
I actually have to go to the liquor store. Do you want to?
Yeah, we'll go say hi.
Yay!
Yay.
We can do it.
You gotta
So
go to
we have a field
Sue
trip
have
now.
liquor?
So, totally unrelated. It is my husband's birthday tomorrow.
Yes, happy birthday.
And
La
he
Papa.
La Papa. And so when this actually comes out on
Next Monday.
the podcast, his birthday will have passed. But he knows what we have at the liquor stores in town.
All right.
And my husband is a bourbon snob, if anybody's interested. Bourbon's a big deal. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, it's
yeah.
not my.
Oh, there's a couple of Mental Lake, too.
Yeah, it's a wild
What the fuck?
wild ride.
Yeah.
But it's his birthday, and I was gonna get something maybe off the beaten path. So since I'm here,
You gonna get one of those expensive ass bottles of
n-
Whistle Pig?
no, I don't live in that financial.
You're not that
no,
different tax bracket. Okay.
different tax bracket than what I'm in. I'm in a much lower tax bracket,
That-
which is okay. But it will not be his birthday present.
fair enough.
But yeah, and but yeah, so we can go over there.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
visit
Take a
him.
field trip. Say hi. It'll be
Field
all sorts
trip.
of regulars on Wednesday night.
There won't, but it's okay.
No, it's okay.
Again, you love it, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever you whatever fills your tank, and that's what you got to do, and you got to push out positivity and push away and down into the dirt the negativity. Like don't let that get to you, and don't put it out there. Like just slap it away.
Get away.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. We don't need that shit.
No. Okay, we're not gonna make this a 3-hour long episode.
Oh, we're not.
We're gonna
That's because
stop
Tara
her
wants
here.
to go to.
No, I gotta pee. But
I love it.
no, we're gonna stop her here because we're gonna regulate ourselves.
Are we? We're gonna start doing that? I mean, we're only 90 days in.
We're gonna do it today.
Okay.
And in 20 minutes, I'll be hitting the stop record button because Lord knows we're gonna veer off in left field.
Right.
But no. So here's the thing: stop judging people.
Right.
Stop being mean. Just. I don't even care if you love people. Just quit being a dick.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to. At the end of the day, you don't have to be friendly with everyone. It would be nice if everyone were friendly, but let's just not push out the mean mugging. And let's not, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to seek, I'm not a seek people out kind of person.
Right.
I'm a smile at you and move on with my life.
Right.
And that's okay. Just don't breed that kind of yuck.
Yeah.
You just don't need to.
Women are disgusting and harsh enough to each other.
Right. And to themselves.
We don't need, we need to cancel that culture.
Right.
And
just because they don't
uplifting.
And just because they don't do it your way doesn't mean it's wrong.
Right.
I will say that's one thing that I've struggled with, and that's again more on me. And it goes with my kids, like cleaning our house. I instantly, if they don't do it the way that I would do it, it's done wrong.
Right.
That's something I need to work on personally, because just because they don't do it my way doesn't mean it's the wrong way.
So you need a cup like I just made for Angie. I'm not a control freak, but you're doing it wrong.
Right. Right. I mean, I'm going to work on that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm working on that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm working on being better at realizing that just because they don't take the way to A to B the way that I would doesn't mean they're not going to make it to B.
Right. Absolutely.
They're going to get there. Just because they veer to C and F doesn't mean that
right. Exactly.
And I will say I struggle with that with my husband too. When he cleans, he'll help, but it's like he helps. I hit myself in the face. It's fine, guys.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm judging, by the way,
because I'm incapable of lifting my hand. Anyways, but there are things where he'll look like the way he looks at things is different. And so how can I judge him? Because we don't even see it the same way.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that with so many people, we don't even see it the same way. How can I judge? I shouldn't judge you because the picture you're looking at and the picture I'm looking at are, even though it's the same, it's different to both of us. Does that make sense?
Yep. Different shades of color. You never know what you're seeing.
Yeah. So we all have to just be a little bit nicer.
Just be nice.
Just
not
be
that
nice.
hard.
Yeah.
All right, friends. You know the drill. Do the things. Like us, follow us, rate us.
Rate us and review us.
us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, please don't.
Don't report us, but rate us,
review us, stars and hearts and all the thumbs up and all the fun stuff.
And share with your friends.
Tell one friend. Tell one friend a week and see if we can. I want our numbers to double. Yeah. If everybody tells one friend and that one friend listens, our numbers will double.
Because then they're going to tell a friend.
Yeah. Yes. And then it'll be.
We're just going to blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
As we should.
Every week, tell one friend.
Yes. We deserve to blow up, so help us reach that goal. Anyway, I am Tara.
And I'm Carrie.
And we are the Mom Wife Workaholics. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.